Hey everybody, warning to all you fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, do not go see the movie.
Nope.
It is awful. It is completely awful. I have described it as watching your fat child fall and trip in a race during his school field day, and you're wondering yourself, you really should have, paid a little bit more attention to that child before just letting it go out there and race and making a fool of itself. This is an awful movie. It has none of the elements that you loved and appreciated from the series, and it is just awful. So, tell how was it?
It was bad. I was sleeping. I didn't want to watch.
He fell asleep in the movie. It was that awful. It took just the bare bones of 20 episodes and tried to make it into one movie. And while the storyline itself probably could have held its own if there had not been a TV series beforehand just to elaborate on the story itself, it might have done well. But it would still just be an awful movie on the grounds that most of the money was spent on character design, probably on costuming and location. You barely saw any of the bending that you remember from the series, or even the personalities of the characters. They've all just been stripped down and tried to squeeze into a 2-hour film. And the only saving grace is that while you're sitting there, you know the storyline, so you know what it should be like, and thus you also know when it should end. As a matter of fact, halfway through the movie, you're wondering, okay, I'm halfway through this movie. I can tell we're at this point. It was just completely awful. I've got to tell you, save your money. Don't watch this movie. Don't even watch it if it's for free. You got a free ticket? Don't use it. Don't use it. Go see something else. Don't even watch it if it's on television. As a matter of fact, just if you want to spend $9, get a Netflix subscription and watch the series. Or ask one of your friends to get one of these. Okay? These are great. They are genius. There are some slow episodes, yes. And you're like, ugh, Katara. Okay. She was probably not that great of a character in the first book. You understand that she probably had a little bit too much of that, oh, I hope. We have the power inside us. You don't see that in the movie, and you're thinking, okay, that might be a good thing. But you don't see anything in the movie. The characters themselves aren't even pronounced the same way. The names, it's like, oh, Sokka, Ong. What was Ong's name? Ong's name. It's not even Aang anymore. Avatar Aang. You remember him? No, it's Avatar Ong. You can't. The entire audience couldn't help but chuckle for the first 15 minutes of the movie because everyone's name was being mispronounced. The dynamic between Iroh and Zuko just did not live up to the series itself. You didn't even feel threatened by Admiral Zhao. Nothing was the same. Hey, you remember, I think it was in the first 5 episodes, probably the most recognizable firebending ever in the series, the Agni Ki, I think they called it in the movie. It wasn't even done. They didn't even fight that much in this film. Nothing was good at all. You had the animation of our two beloved characters of Momo and Appa, but they were minor backgrounds in the story. No relationship between Ong and her and the flying bison. Nothing. It was just a horrible movie. And I want M. Night Shyamalan to apologize for what he's done. As a matter of fact, if you have any dignity, I would not see this movie. It is awful. You will regret it. You would have wasted your money. And it's just not worth it. If you want to take your kids to go see a movie, take them to go see Toy Story 3. If you want to see an action movie, go see The A-Team. Or go see The Karate Kid. People were making fun of the Karate Kid for it being, not like the original. But at least it was entertaining. The story was held together and was refreshed and made new. None of that was attempted with this movie for The Last Airbender. It was just an awful movie. They tried introducing characters earlier than in the series. They tried adding different elements just to, shorten the time. Ko isn't even in the film. The menacing spirit that changes its face and could steal your face. That wasn't even in it. As a matter of fact, it was just some random dragon in the spirit world that was consulted
Random dragon.
one or two times randomly. Elaborate. You can tell. You can tell. Some stuff.
I don't know that much about it, but the movie wasn't good.
He's a new convert. He's a new avatar, but he recognizes that this is a lot more enjoyable to watch.
It wasn't funny at all, which the series was.
Sokka's character was even humorous. Not humorous. That is Sokka. He had no humor. What are you watching then? It's like if you had a two sentences description of every episode from here and read half of them back to back. That's the movie. An episode description. That's all it was. Anyway, I hope this goes out to everyone and that you are all warned.